Namaste everyone, and welcome to the learning series of Englishwood. We are going to discuss preposition. This is by Kiran Thapa, powered by Englishwood. The students taking care of you, Englishwood is presenting a regular series of lessons, and it is especially useful for grade 8 to 10 students. All right, prepositions. So the word preposition means that which is placed before. All right. So the word pre is before position. The position of this grammar item is before. So that which is placed before. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or pronoun to show in what relation the person or thing denoted by it stands in regard to something else. Okay, that means prepositions are words that show relationships. Simply, it shows the relationships to the things, okay, it refers to. All right, so we'll discuss more about in coming slides. So prepositions. Let's observe these sentences. Sentence number one. There is a cow in the field. Remember this sentence. There is a cow in the field. Sentence two. He is fond of tea. Number three. The cat jumped off the chair. In sentence one, the word in, all right? The preposition in shows the relation between the two things, cow and field. So this shows the relationship between cow and the field. In sentence two, the word of shows the relation between the attribute expressed by the adjectives phone and tea. Okay, so this is the attribute of adjective phone. Okay, so adjective used for he, the pronoun. So also the relationship between phone and tea, and a final relationship of pronoun. In sentence three, the word of, okay, the word of shows the relationship between the action expressed by the verb, okay. The verb expresses the action, and between jumped and the chair. So there is a relationship between the jumped and the chair, all right. Finally, noun and the noun. So let's talk more about this. In sentence one, the cow in the field. Okay, the preposition in joins a noun to another noun. Joins cow to the field. In sentence two, the preposition of joins a pronoun to an adjective. Okay, he is connected with the phone with a T. In sentence three, the preposition of joins a noun to a verb. All right, prepositions take position before noun and pronoun, or the pronoun and pronouns can be sometimes object in informal English, okay, or for emphasis, it can be used at the end too, okay. Primarily, they take the position before the noun and pronoun, okay. But in speaking English, or for emphasis, for the process of emphasizing, it can be used at the end too. For example, to whom are you speaking is also taken as who are you speaking to. Now the preposition goes to the end, to the latter part also. In which room does he live? Which room does he live in? All right. With what did you write it? Okay. What did you write it with? So we can write like this. With goes to the end. The soap from which I get rice means the soap I get rice from. He put out the lamp. He put the lamp out. Okay. So these kind of sentences are more, okay, useful nowadays. Types of prepositions. Okay, preposition may be arranged in the following classes. Okay. Simple prepositions, for example, aid, by, on, in, off, out, through, till, to, up, with, all right? Compound prepositions, like compound prepositions are generally formed by prefixing a preposition, usually a refers to no or b refers to by, to a noun, an adjective, or an adverb, okay? For example, about, above, across, along, amidst, among, amongst, around, before, behind, below, beneath. beside, between, beyond, inside, outside, underneath, without, within. All right. In this way, these are known as the compound prepositions. Participial prepositions like bearing, concerning, considering, during, notwithstanding, pending, regarding, respecting, touching, etc., which are present participles of the verbs. Okay, they are basically present participle of the verb. Okay, ing form of the verb, are used without any noun or pronoun being attached to them. Okay, and they work as the preposition. For example, concerning refers to about. Concerning yesterday's fire, there are many rumors in the bazaar. Notwithstanding means in spite of. Notwithstanding the assistance given, he failed. Okay. Phrase prepositions are group of words used with the force of a single preposition. Okay, of a single preposition, not prepositions. For example, according to, in addition to, in reference to or with reference to, in order to, with regard to or in regard to, with a view to, with an eye to, owing to, in comparison to, similarly along with, together with, in accordance with, angry with, pleased with, satisfied with, delighted with, furious with. All right. So far as these kinds of prepositional phrases are concerned, they are very useful in language. Okay, in grade 9 and 10, basically, we need to learn the prepositional phrases rather than the individual prepositions. Phrase prepositions, for example, more, because of, by dint of, by means of, by virtue of, for the sake of, in or on behalf of, in case of, in consequence of, in course of, in favor of, in front of, in place of, in spite of, instead of, fond of, tired of, accused of, couple of, afraid of, wary of, die of, an account of, in short of, deprive of. All right. So these are very useful prepositional phrases we have to learn. Lack of also, consist of, other prepositional phrases, put off, fall off, switch off, turn off, finish off, get off, take off, doze off, away from, apart from, laugh at, look at, break into, give up, apply for, look for, apologize for, give up, bring up. Okay, look after. So these are different kinds of. There are many phrasal, okay, prepositions. Okay, now let's try to see what's the use, what's the importance of phrasal prepositions. For example, you can be asked the questions like this. For example, he succeeded by dint that perseverance and sheer hard work. Okay, so obviously, if you are familiar with the prepositional phrases, then the rule is by dint of. Okay, so they're simply by dint of perseverance. Okay, simply. Don't laugh. The poor, not if, P-O-R, poor. So don't laugh. If you are familiar, we simply say laugh at. Okay, so don't laugh at the poor. I represent that on behalf of, by behalf of, for behalf of this institution. So with the behalf of, we simply say on behalf of. Okay, therefore, on behalf of is obviously a prepositional phrase. She is fond of, simply with the fond, that is fond of, okay, not fond to. So in general sense, fond to milk, fond for milk, okay, but the prepositional phrase says that is fond of milk. This problem is similar to previous problem because similar to, okay, and this problem is, okay, different from that was like that. Okay. Now let's discuss more about general concept of on preposition. Okay. Okay. If you consider this is a hanging ball. Okay. It is it is hollow inside also. Then we can take the general review of the different kinds of simple prepositions that is used that can be used in reference to this ball. Okay? If something is just on it, this is on, and if something is throwing, going towards the surface, then onto. Okay, if it is going inside, into, difference between in and into. Okay, you are sitting in the room, you are sitting inside the room, but someone is walking into the room. Ram is running into the room. Okay, so into refers the motion. Okay, it takes the motion. Okay, if something is going towards this subject, then we say towards. Okay, and if something is just okay, vertically up, above, vertically down, below. Okay, and somewhere up, then over. Okay, somewhere down, below. We also other use other words like underneath and beneath. All right, something. And similarly, okay, so if something goes along this line, then along, and if something goes out of it, then out of, or is away from. So something is by the side, beside or aside, and something is outside or is beyond, away. Okay, if something just passes by very near, then by, or is past. Okay, and something is moving around it. Okay, then we can say around. And if something passes within, then through. Okay, I'm passing through the jungle. And if something passes from one end to another end, that's across. Okay, he swam across the river. This is also general concept on preposition. Okay, let's see some of the other uses. Okay, let's have a glimpse upon the use of on. Before days and dates, as on Sunday, on birthday, on Monday. Okay, so before the on Wednesday, on March, on the 3rd March. Okay, so in this way you can use before the dates. To denote position is on the ceiling, on a map. Okay, with means of transportation is on a bicycle, on a bus. Okay, and with the verbs like. Okay, phrasal verbs, it forms the phrasal verbs like keep on, pass on, leave on, put on, insist on, depend on, move on, etc. Similar use of in. Okay, before period of time is in 5 minutes, in 2 weeks. All right, before month. Okay, or before season, before the year and century and period of history, we use is in January, in winter, in 2020, and so on. Before parts of the day is in the morning, in the afternoon. Okay, to make prepositional phrases like is, like, in spite of, in front of. Okay, to denote place, comparatively larger place, in world, in Asia, but we say at Hatona, at Chitawan. Similarly, with things worn on the body is in green shirt, in green tie, in a red sari. All right. So these are the general use of in. Use of it. For example, before clock time is at 4 o'clock. Okay, at 10. Before name of festivals like at Christmas, at Tees, at Tihar. To indicate the age at which somebody does something. For example, she got married at 30. You can retire at 60. To denote places comparatively smaller. Okay, we discussed already. at the airport, at a hotel, right? To make time adverbials is at present, at the same time. To indicate a rate, price, speed, etc. is he's driving at the speed of 70 miles per hour. I bought this coat at half price, right? So use of why, let's see, before point of times, not later than a time or not before, as by 2009, by March, okay? In passive voice before the agent, as Munamadan was written by Devkota, okay, used by as before the agent in passive voice. To denote position, okay, near, beside, at the side of, okay, as come and sit by me, right? To indicate a means of transport or a route taken, for example, as travel, okay, the route taken as travel by boat, travel by plane, by train, or by bus, okay. Use of with, having or carrying something, as a girl with red hair, a man with an umbrella, indicating the tool or instrument used as write with a pencil, cut it with a knife, okay, write with a pen, indicating the material or item used, as fill in the bowel with water. The lorry was loaded with timber, in the company of somebody or something, as live on with parents, discuss the plans with an expert, right? So use of belonging to somebody something, as a friend of mine, the lid of the box, indicating unit of measurement or quantity, as a kilo of sugar, a meter of cloth, indicating age, as a man of 50, a woman of middle age, with verbs like die of, deprive of, afraid of, fond of, tired of, get rid of. Okay, we have discussed. Okay, this is very important part of learning prepositions. So use of for, before period of time, for 10 years, for a few days. Okay, we use for. We use since before point of time, since party, since last week, since January. Into moving to a point with an enclosed space or volume, come into the house. We discuss through, use of through, moving or passing from one side of the other, as a river flows through my village. All right, then onto moving to a position on a surface, is the crowd ran onto the pitch, okay, onto the pitch. All right, these are the exercises. Rewrite the following sentences choosing the correct preposition from the brackets. I read the story only, okay, but that pleasure for with or to, okay. Please pause the video, copy the sentences, and do the exercises for you. These are all for you. Next exercise, okay, these are the exercises you need to practice. You have to try these exercises, and we'll be discussing. You can write the answers in your copy and show me. Okay, very important thing. Note, there are always exceptional cases. The uses are mostly depend upon how the native speaker use or have been using. Okay, so actually all the grammatical items have the exceptional cases. Okay, and then the use of those things, either it is articles, prepositions, or any other grammar use. It depends upon how the native speaker use. Okay, how the native speakers have been using. Okay, therefore the best way is to learn or go through the authentic texts. Okay, read the authentic English texts. Okay, so that you can obviously understand the grammatical items too. The more you read the English texts and listen to native speakers, you can use the grammar items easily. That is very important for you. So I just read through the slides I have prepared. You can pause the video and you can learn seriously, slowly, and nicely according to your need. So finally, thank you very much.